Hi, my sunshines. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Raeofsunshyne here, back with another video. Today we're doing the Fragaria Memory episode 3 from the Blue Bouquet, and this is part 2. I'm probably doing part 2 and part 3 together this time, so that way I can finish out the whole episode. And yes, so let's get started. As a recap, what happened in the last part was that Kuro, they were in his kingdom, or excuse me, Kuromi's kingdom, but you know what I mean. And they were getting ready to have a festival. And that is when Cielamos came in and asked him whether or not he pledges his loyalty to Kuromi fully and completely. And Kuro was kind of at a standstill, and he kind of questioned like whether or not he feels like he's at that level, considering he's still a squire and he doesn't feel like he's yet capable of taking on the knight role and being, able to protect not only Kuromi but also the whole kingdom as well. But in my eyes, I feel like he's already there. He's just second guessing himself because of how he feels deep down and wanting to make sure that he's taking the right steps, right paths, and learning as much as he can as he goes along. But I'm sure with the help of the others, he will be able to kind of really be able to see the full essence of himself and being able to completely become a knight. Shall I hope? So let's jump into it. Let me make it bigger so I can actually see. Okay, let's go.
クロード君こんな時間にどうしたの暗い顔して。
ウィルメッシュ。実はさ、今日シエラモートがこの国に来てた。
どうして？
消えるように帰っていったよ。明日、同盟の申し込みをするって宣言してな。
黒見様には伝えたの？
言ってない。合わせる気もない。
でも、この機会に同盟を受け入れるように進言するのも、黒見様のために。
黒見がそんなの受け入れるわけない。それに、もし受け入れたら。
For a minute, I thought I'd just like skip past something, but then I guess Kuro's really not having it right now with Cielamo trying to talk to Kuromi about forming the alliance thing, because he just feels like he's not there yet. And I mean, I get his point, but at the same time, like, Cielamo is trying to like make things easier for like, the whole continent and for the knights if they have an alliance together, so they can be able to help each other, and just in case the seas get too out of control and they need to to come together to do something to stop it and whatever else may occur in the future.
そんなの、俺だって悔しい。
悔しい？
黒見にとって自分の足で立つことは本当に大事なんだ。俺も同じだからピンとくるんだよ。きっとあいつと理由は違うだろうけど。
クロード君。
いや、なんでもない。とにかく黒見のためにもシエロモートとは合わせないようにする。それでいいよな。
うん。わかった。
なあ、ウィルメッシュ。もう当然お前は黒見にアコレードを。
え？
悪い。やっぱいい。意味ねえこと聞いちまった。
今日はもう遅い。明日に備えて寝た方がいいよ。
Wellmish doesn't really quite, I can tell that he doesn't quite agree with the ideal that Kuro wants to just, not have Kuromi in the know, and for Sedamo to talk to Kuromi to see how she feels about the alliance and whether it, may be good for her or not. But he feels like Kuro just feels like standing on their own is better at right now, because he thinks he knows Kuromi's aspects and things, like she likes to do everything in her own way and a little bit differently from how some of the other kingdoms might do things that they do there, which that is true. Konomi's more of a rebel, but at the same time, even a rebel sometimes needs an alliance.
そうだな。おやすみ。
うん。おやすみ。アコレードか。俺のロードは。
シエロモートみてえなピカピカの騎士と話すと嫌でも思い出す。兄貴のこと、最強の騎士メロルドのことを。シエロモートの言ってることは全部正しい。自信がない。その通りだ。ずっとどこかで俺なんかじゃって劣等感に苛まれてる。黒身が本物の騎士を知らないのをいいことに、騎士ごっこでダメな自分を慰めて。黒身からか。絶対に祭りを成功させるよ。なあ、黒身はなんでそんなにこの祭りを頑張りたいんだ。あたいには絶対に負けたくない国があるのさ。祭りも国も騎士も全部あそこには負けないよ。黒身王国のみんなであいつをギャフンと言わせてやるんだ。絶対絶対諦めないからな。黒身絶対諦めないか。あいつにもそういう超えたい誰かがいるのはずっと感じてた。
I think not only that, like, yeah, she's like very competitive and she likes to do things according to her own set of standards and ability. Like, she always wants to continually better herself and to find, you know, things that she needs to improve on. That doesn't necessarily mean like she wouldn't take help if she needed it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yeah, she wants to be able to have that opportunity to showcase herself first and show others that, okay, wow, she's really capable of doing this. And I know how Kurod wants to be able to show that in himself as well, and to be able to show that he can stand, like, you know, and never give up on things just in that same aspect as Kuromi. So, like, you know, when you have that both sides of the spectrum, like, okay, Sailor Moon wants everyone to, you know, to gather along, to get together and to be able to have that alliance for the future or anything that occurs. But at the same time, there are those other kingdoms, yes, like Kuromi, that would like to showcase what they can do by themselves first before they just willingly accept help or ask for help. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm in the middle here, okay? Middle ground.
そうか。俺はこの国と黒身を自分と重ねていたんだな。でも黒身は俺よりもずっと前を向いてる。ああ、任せとけ。必ず成功させてみせると。
いらっしゃい。パリッと甘辛いらっきょう飴だよ。
Sweet and spicy pickled candies. I'm not too sure how that would taste. I'm sure it would taste kind of a little bit weird, but at the same time I can get it because they like do everything with pickles. Like, I don't know what their obsession is with pickles. I mean, I like pickles sometimes, but not to this point. But hey, it can be a good festival food, right? or snack.
らっきょう飴だ。お母さん、買って買って。はいはい、わかったわ。ちょっと待ってね。
みんな楽しそうでよかった。なんとか開催できたけど、シエロモートのこともあるから落ち着かねえ。無事に祭りが終えられるよう見回りもしねえとな。
クロード君。
どうしたウィルメッシュ。
それがシーズの気配を感じたんだ。
ああ、どの辺に？
気配だけで正確な場所はわからない。
そんな祭りの最中だっていうのに。
まだ大ごとにはなっていない。パニックになる前に何とかしないと。
分かった、二手に分かれよう。お前は黒身のところへ行け。シーズは俺が探す。
本当にそれでいいの？
おう、あの試験の時もそうだったろ。お前のこと騎士として信用してるから。
うん、分かった。
Wilmish didn't seem so sure of himself. Like, yeah, he's supposed to be her knight right now, per se. But at the same time, I feel like Wilmish kind of wanted Kuro to be the one to protect Kurumi while he, like, tries to deal with the seeds. You know? So it's like, Wilmish is like, I don't know. I'm not too sure if this is going to work out very well. But, okay, I'm just gonna go with it because why not? But of course, the seeds would come at the time of the festival, and of course, things may not go according to the way that Kuro, Wellmish, or anyone can foresee. So yeah, I ultimately think that they're going to need someone's help, and they're gonna have to like work together in order to get rid of these seeds and whatnot. But you know, hey, I'm just saying that's just what it seems like it's going to boil down to me.
くそ、シーズの気配、俺が未熟だから感じ取れないのか。しらみつぶしで間に合うかどうか。
お、クロードじゃん。あれ、どうした？せっかくの祭りなのに青い顔してよ。
いや、それがこいつらに心配をかけるわけには。
なんだよ、水臭いな。
さあさあ、俺っちたちこんなでも国を守る仲間だろ。
お前ら、ああ、そうだな。実は
シーズ？そりゃ一大事だ。
おい、あんまり騒ぎにするな。見つけたら静かに俺に伝えてくれ。
ああ、分かった。俺っちたちに任せろ。一緒に探すだ。おお。
あいつら随分と頼れるようになったんだな。俺も黒身の騎士になるんだ。負けていられない。
おい、クロード、あっちに怪しい影が。
どんな影だ？
それが年配のおじさんだったのが一瞬目を離した隙に若い女の人の影になって。
どういうことだ？シーズじゃなくて人？とにかく行ってみる。ありがとな。
クロードさん、影はあの路地裏の奥に向かっていったらしい。
どうしてあんな人気のない場所に？間違いないのか？
ウィルメッシュさんからの情報だ。間違いね
え。ウィルメッシュの？あいつ黒身の元へ行ったはずじゃ。いや、今俺がすべきことはこっちだ。
I get where Kuro's going, but like at the same time, like yeah, he has like other people that were being trained to want to be a knight and stuff like that. They're ready to jump in and help in whatever capacity they can. And yeah, I still don't think that's quite enough in order for them to deal with the seeds, because like yeah, they don't have that kind of experience obviously to know how to deal with the seeds, but they're gonna do what they feel like may be necessary in order to, try to protect people there in the kingdom. And I have no idea what Wellmish is going to do. I know he's supposed to be protecting Lord Kuromi, but yeah, Wellmish is still kind of like on the outskirts of many different things because he has like stuff going on within himself and whatever secrets he's keeping. So everything's like kind of a toss up, and I feel like everyone's like kind of like tossed around in different directions. Everyone's not really too agreeing on everything, but they're just agreeing because they feel like, okay, I don't know what else to offer at the time, so I'm just going to offer my help or try to find a solution and, stand on their own 2 feet, essentially. But is that really enough? We're going to find out.
Ito. だけどこの気配はシーズじゃない。お前は何者だ？答えないなら顔を見せろ。
Hold on. Was Wellmish not wearing the same clothes that he has on right now? And Kuro did not notice any of that? Like, how is he dressed any different? He literally has on the same hood, scarf, and cape and things that he normally would wear. And yet they're making it seem as though he's some stranger or somebody that's like lurking in the corners or something. What? Is it just me, or I'm just like, that didn't really make any sense to me. But let's keep going.
ウィルメッシュ。なんでお前黒身のところへ行ったんじゃ。シーズは。
安心して。シーズは。
Wait a minute. Don't tell me this was all a part of Wellmish, plan to do whatever he has in mind to do that he was talking about, like, since the beginning. Like, really? You're gonna trick trick Kuro into thinking there were seeds and sending this man into a panic, and then you're telling him there's no seeds. What really are your motives, Wellmish?
出ていない。
どういうことだ？
クロード君、俺は君に、いや、この国のみんなと黒御様に謝らなくちゃいけない。
はあ？
俺は同盟のために動く仮初めの騎士だった。
仮初めの騎士？何を言ってるんだ？お前はアコレードを済ませた正式な騎士だろ？
確かに騎士だけど、俺が愛を捧げたのは黒御様じゃない。俺は青の大陸の秘密の国、ウィッシュミーメル王国から来た。メル様に仕えるフラガリアの騎士、ウィルメッシュだ。
But of course, because there can't be like 2 knights for the same like lord, can there? Can they? Can it? I can't even talk. That no. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I can kind of see that coming. I thought it was, I'm sure there's other things too, but like he's there to help form the alliance for the blue continent. So like he said is in like a secret kingdom with Lord Mel. So he was brought in to kind of like infiltrate. No, I wouldn't say infiltrate, but to help form the alliance. And I guess that's another reason why Celamore is there. Like it's just like this whole thing to get everybody to work together for their continent. but why? Come on. Why can't they just outright just say that from the very beginning? But I guess it wouldn't be as quite as interesting or as fun if they just went ahead and just be like, yeah, I came from Lord Mel's thing and I just wanted to come in here to see if I can help form an alliance and to do yada yada that I need to do. That's too simple, apparently. But let's get on to the next part so we can actually see what is about to happen. Hold on. Let's make this bigger.
京田君、俺は君に、いや、この国のみんなと黒御様に 謝らなくちゃいけない。
はあ？
俺は同盟のために動くかりそめの騎士だった。
かりそめの騎士？何を言ってるんだ。お前はアコレードを済ませた正式な騎士だろ。
確かに騎士だけど、俺が愛を捧げたのは黒御様じゃない。俺は青の大陸の秘密の国ウィッシュ
Point in case why he was wearing his scarf, his cape thingy to conceal his kingdom emblem, I think, and stuff like that. Wow. No one ever questioned that though. Like, why are you wearing all this stuff? Maybe they just thought, oh, that's just how he wants to dress. When really, he was trying to cover up where he really was from.
ジュミーメル王国から来たメル様に仕えるフラガリアの騎士ウィルメッシュだ。
ウィッシュミーメル王国？聞いたことがない。でもつまりお前はすでに別の国の騎士だったってことか。
そう。
なんでそんなことを。
この大陸、いやこの世界を救うには青の大陸全土の同盟が必要な。
So basically, this, like I said, the same thing that Silmo was talking about. He wants to form an alliance with all of the blue continent, but Seth, I don't know if he knew that. I don't know if Silmo knew that Wellmish was from a secret kingdom or any of that. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I'm assuming, I guess not. And yeah, he was trying to come there to see if just Koromi would want to form the alliance, not knowing that someone was already there trying to make that same very thing happen.
なんだ。だから黒御王国が騎士を募集したのに乗じて俺は同盟の話を進めるため送り込まれた。騎士になって同盟を黒御様に認めてもらうために。でも君という見習い騎士が入って計画が狂った。まさか国民が自らの力で不安に打ち勝とうとし始めるなんて。
待て！お前は俺や黒御を騙していたってことか。
でも黒御様を守るため騎士の名に恥じぬ仕事はしたつもり。
なんだそれ。まさかお前を送り込んだのって。
うん。今頃シエロと黒御様の話も終わった頃じゃないかな。
シエロモートが黒御と接触できるようシーズのふりをして俺たちを誘導したのか。
クロード君ならこの国を黒御様を守るためにシーズを追いかけるって分かってたから。
So I guess Silmo did know that Wellmish was from the secret kingdom. I mean, he looks intuitive enough. He probably did know. I'm just saying that I didn't know. It's like, okay, so basically they formed like a double alliance in order to see if they can form a formal alliance, so to speak.
当たり前だろ。こんなやり方黒御はどうなるんだよ。
ロードのためなら時に残酷な判断もする。それが真の騎士の務めだと俺は思う。
もういい。今すぐ黒御のところに行かないと。
クロード君聞いて。
今さら何を。
シエロは決して無理強いはしない。それは約束する。君の悔しさはわかるよ。だからこそこれからの話を聞いてほしい。
なんだよ。
いつか シーズの脅威がさらに大きくなった時、この国は孤立して傷つく。
そんなことを俺が。
させないと本当に言い切れるの？いくら立派なことを並べ立てたところで、現実の君は俺一人の変装なんかにまんまと騙され、何もできなかった。ロードを守るのは理想じゃなくて結果。
So honestly, this kind of reminds me of how and with Merrill and Harlot, like how Merrill was trying to tell Harlot that, like, yeah, you have to go based on results and not ideals, or, you know, going about things in a way that's going to benefit not only like your kingdom and the Lord, but for everyone. And, you know, sometimes you have to present I wouldn't say a false sense of identity or trust. It's going about it in a way that, how do I explain this? It's going about it in a way that you're trying to kind of deter a lot of the truth just in order for them to kind of see the bigger picture of what could truly be better, versus just going off of things that could be something that is better for the moment type of situation. And what Wellmish and Selamore is trying to do is they're trying to show Kuro the bigger picture of what having an alliance could do for the whole continent versus just for each kingdom for themselves, and trying to just, you know, use their strength to accomplish something. Yes, it's nice to have your own strengths in certain things. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're trying to serve a bigger purpose, sometimes you need to have more people in order to complete and have a whole strength instead of at, you know, a lower capacity. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
やだよ。ごめん。信じてもらえないかもしれないけど、君なら素敵な騎士になれると思っているのも本当。黒実王国に平和であってほしいと思っているのも本当。
そのためには同盟しかないっていうのか。黒実に諦めろって言うのかよ。
きっと黒実様はそれでも首を縦に振らない。それは君もよくわかっているでしょ。だから俺はシエロから代案を授かってきた。
シエロモートからの代案？
ああ、よく聞いて。クロード君、君がシナモロール王国に来てくれれば、同盟同様の加護を黒実王国に与えてあげる。これがシエロの代案。
See, and I don't think that Kuro's gonna take that, you know, that offer either, because he feel like if he leaves Kuromi's kingdom, that's like him, you know, giving up and, you know, not protecting Kuromi when he's already pledging himself to protect her, whether he's a knight or not. And it feels like, you know, that would just be like basically like having a face like you're telling someone like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go to this other kingdom to help protect you, when case in point he feels like he can do that already there.
部下になれって、今度は俺に諦めろと。
違う。シエロは大切なものは一緒に守りたいと思っているだけ。
断ったらどうなる？
黒実王国だけがシーズから逃れられなくなるだろうね。
俺みてえな半人前が騎士ごっこなんてするから、一人で守りたいものも守れない。お前らから見たらさぞ滑稽だったろうな。
クロード君、君は自分を過小評価しすぎだ。シエロは誰にでもこんな提案はしないよ。
お前、もうこの国を去るのか？
ここでの俺の役目は終わったから。
でも俺もお前も離れたら、黒身はまた一人っきりで。
大切なのは物理的な距離じゃない。黒身様はまだ誰にもアコレードを行っていない。彼女に見返りなき愛を捧げる騎士はまだいないということ。
何が言いたい？
君はシエロの下で本物の騎士の世界を知るべきだ。そして君自身の騎士道を見つけて、この国とロードを真に思うなら考えてみてほしい。
ウィルメッシュ、話は分かったよ。けど
クロード君、言ってしまった。これでよかったんだろうか。いや、よかったんだ。たとえ俺の思いが今は彼に伝わらずとも。
I think that Kurode will start to understand like the whole point of this, and for him to actually become a full-fledged knight for Kuromi. I feel like he can still stand strong, but at the same time still hold an alliance with the other kingdoms. Like, I think that he can have a balance of both, and I think that he's gonna like be able to showcase that he can do both.
エル様を守るためには、この世界に平穏を必ず取り戻さないと。シエロと一緒に。
くそ、気づかなかった自分に腹が立つ。これで黒身の騎士になろうだなんて、この国を守ろうなんて。兄貴なら絶対にこんな無様なことはしない。俺は何も変わってない。無力で浅はかで変わってない。あの頃と上を見上げるだけで届かず諦めたあの頃と何も。
おーい、クロードシーズの件、ウィルメッシュに聞いたけど間違いだったんだってね。
そうか、そう言ってたのか。だろうな。
あ？どうしたんだ、しょっぱい顔して。まあ祭りも無事に終わってよかったじゃんか。
なあ、
Yes, in that aspect, but not in the aspect that Kurode is feeling right now. He's just feeling like he didn't think too much into Whelmish and what he was doing, and he feels like he let Kuromi down, and he feels like he's not as capable as he could have been or should have been. So yeah, he has a lot of doubt, like that's just sowing in his mind right now, that he has to figure out a way to let go and to be more assertive and be more, be more self-aware of things. Not only more self-aware, but just more, willing to see more broader in that aspect.
もし俺とウィルメッシュがいなくなったらどうする？
はあ？そんなの決まってるだろ。もちろん俺っちが騎士の座についちゃうよ。
お前まだ諦めてなかったのか。諦めて、そうか、そうだよな。諦められるわけがないよな。黒身も俺も。
なん だよ、気持ち悪いな。まあいいけどよ。おい、後片付けまで手伝えよな。
ああ、ありがとな。
That gave him a little bit of hope right there. A little
Yeah.
pick me up.
やっぱり最強の騎士にならなくちゃ。兄貴よりずっと強い騎士に。もしその扉を開けたら、自分が自分を超えることができたら、こんなに情けない俺を拾ってくれた黒みを全てから守れる強さを手にできたら、そしたら俺は黒みにアコレード、胸を張って自分から願い出るんだ。もう絶対に諦めない。
I hate when he talks down about himself. Like, he's giving himself less credit than he actually, you know, he is more capable than what he's putting himself down to be right now. And I feel like he got a little bit more of a pick-me-up after talking with Randall, considering Randall of all people. But yeah, it just proved to him that, like, he can't give up on him wanting to be a knight, him wanting to protect Kuromi, him and Kuromi being, you know, having that spirit of to keep going, to keep achieving something, and, you know, seeing where that goes. So I can't speak. So that just gave him a better mindset in moving forward, and hopefully things will turn about the way that he's expecting it to.
だから決めた。俺はシナモロール王国へ行く。
Really? Really, Kuro? You're going to the Cineral Kingdom. Okay. Okay. I kind of seeing where you're going with this, but let's see how this pans out, because I feel like you're kind of doing like a turnaround on them, like, you know, by going here. So may it work in your favor.
この国の景色も当分見納めか。黒みもこの国のみんなもごめん。だけどこれでしばらくこの国はシエロモートの過去で平和になる。
おーい、クロード！
お前ら。
黒見様から話は聞いたぜ。遠くへ修行に行くんだって。安心しろ。稽古は俺っちが引き継ぐから。
許してくれるのか。
許すも何もなあ。
ああ、みんなお前が黒見様と同じくらい頑張り屋だって知ってんだよ。懐が深い国だろ。流れ星みたいに急に来たお前を騎士見習いにしたくらいなんだから。
ありがとう。黒みからクロードなんかもう知らない。あたいは一人でも立派な王様になるもんね。すげえ言われっぷり。そうだよな。何にも言い返せねえ。あたいも諦めないから、あんたも諦めんじゃないよ。黒み。
I just love Kuromi. Oh my gosh, she gives like the whatever attitude, but she is like so encouraging. And even like Randall and the other trainees, they're giving him encouragement as well. They're not really mad at him. They see this as him branching out and for him to be an even better person than he already is, and to come back and fully protect the kingdom and Kuromi, and just for them to be able to learn from him as well. So they see it as like a good thing, you know. And I can really appreciate that, because that's how they should be. They shouldn't be mad because like he's trying to do his best in order to make the best decision for everyone there and for Kuromi, without Kuromi after sacrificing or have to give up on the kind of person that she is.
俺はシエロモートの言う騎士としての強さを手に入れてみせる。そして兄貴を超える黒身にふさわしい最強の騎士に俺はなるんだ。
You can do it, Kuro. I got your back. You can do it. You will become such a great knight. And you already have such good qualities. Like I've said before, he's kind and caring. He always looks out for other people and tries to put other people before himself. So I know that he will thrive and he will become as great as he allows himself to become.
おかえり、ウィル。
ただいま、シエロ。ごめん。随分と時間がかかってしまって。
問題ないよ。こんな大変な仕事を任せられるのは君だけだ。本当に大変だったと思う。ありがとう。
俺は俺にできることをしただけ。
相変わらずだね。でもこれで僕の計画の通りに進みそうだ。みんなも待ってるよ。行こう。ようこそシナモロール王国へ。みんな今日は集まってくれてありがとう。ウィルはあの席に座って。
うん。
またあんたたちと顔。
Girl, it's still kind of irritated. He's like, I just can't believe Wilmish did this to me. Like, how could he not tell me anything?
合わせるとは思ってなかったな。
結局青の大陸の大きな国はみんな揃ったんだね。
わあ、クロードさんとウィルメッシュさんもいるなんて嬉しいです。黒身王国も同盟に入ったんですね。
ああ、よろしく。
よろしく。
あれ、お二人とも元気ないですけど、何かあったんですか？
なんでもないよ。
Oh, they just had a little rhythm on it. They'll be okay. They'll get over it soon enough, I'm sure.
それに黒身王国は厳密には同盟じゃない。
そうなんだよ、ミュンナ。
じゃあウィルメッシュ君とクロード君はどうしてここに？
クロード君には同盟の代わりに役目を果たしに来てもらったんだ。ウィルは僕たちの同盟国の一つ、ウィッシュミーメル王国の騎士だからね。
そんな王国ありましたっけ？
驚いたな。聞いたことがあるよ。青の大陸に存在すると言われる地図にない秘密の王国。まさか実在するとはね。
待ってください。確かにどこかで聞いたことあるようなって思いましたけど、なんで皆さんそんなに落ち着いてるんですか？だってウィルメッシュさんはつい先日まで黒身王国の。
ごめんね、ミュンナ君。
ミュンナ、ウィルメッシュなんて相手にするな。
クロードさん。
Wow, Claude is just like not having it right now. He's just like, yeah, I don't want to talk to Wilmish right now because like that was just no. He thought that they had a better friendship and like, they were close enough that Wilmish could just come to him and tell him like, hey, look, I'm not really Kuromi's knight and I'm not really from here, but I just wanted to let you know. But he didn't do any of that. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time for Kuro to actually feel more comfortable with Wilmish again.
まあまあ落ち着いて。まだ少し混乱があるみたいだけど、そんなのは最初だけさ。僕たちは手を取り合い、これからみんな仲良くこの大陸を守っていくんだから。
はい。
今日は大事な話があって集まってもらったんだよ。やっと本題。この青の大陸中の大国の騎士を集めて 話って何？みんなは赤の大陸に存在する伝説、円卓の騎士レッドブーケを知っているかな？
レッドブーケだと？
それぞれの国の騎士たちが仲良く力を合わせてこの世界を開拓した絆の物語。今となっては真偽は不明だけど、とても素晴らしい伝説さ。残念だけど、そんな夢のような騎士団は今の青の大陸にはない。
But I'm guessing it's about to now, isn't it? If, you know, everyone could get, well, everyone gets along except for Kurod and, well, Wilmish right now. So, yeah.
でも、だからこそ僕は新たな伝説として今ここに作ってしまえばいいと思っている。
新たな伝説？
思い切った話だね。これは星も読めないはずだ。
だから同盟を急いでいたのか。
じゃあ、もしかして。
そう。今日はとっても大事な日になる。コギミュン王国、リトルツインスターズ王国、クロミ王国、ビッシュミーメル王国、そしてシナモロール王国。この5つの国がすべて同盟同様の契りを結んだ。青の大陸はより強い絆で結ばれていくだろう。そしてその同盟の中心はシナモロール王国。僕は今ここに騎士の同盟ブルーブーケの結成を宣言する。僕たちはシーズの脅威を決して許さない。どんな手段を取ってでも守りたいものがみんなにもあるはずだ。この世界を青空の下守っていこう。そう、この世界のすべてを。
Wow. Okay. So CL's really putting his foot down. Well, I wouldn't say really putting his foot down, but he's really making it purposeful in his intent that this alliance has to be formed within this blue continent, and everyone has to band together in order to protect not only this continent but the whole world, and just becoming stronger together and fulfilling what needs to be fulfilled. So I get his point, and I feel like everyone is kind of like, you know, moving at their own pace, and everyone is kind of like in sorts about things, but I'm sure that it will come together. Even the Red Bouquet, not everyone is on the same page. We already know that. Excuse me. But I'm sure as time goes on, things will go run a little bit more smoothly, and I feel like this alliance is for the better. Yeah, sometimes it takes time to get used to things like this. Like, they've just been like kind of like just thrown into this, especially the way that Kurod feels like he's doing it for the sole purpose of, you know, trying to help Kuromi and to be able to go back to her and to be a knight and to fully protect her the way that he intends to, and, you know, them being able to stand on their own feet but still have this alliance going. It's and in a certain capacity. But yeah, so the blue bouquet, they're starting to, you know, form and get together, and that's good. And I'm happy that, you know, even though there was a little bit of trickery going on, that, you know, they're coming together in a cohesive, well, never mind, not a cohesive way, because like I said, Kurdo is not really feeling it so yet. But hey, like I said, I'm sure it will get better, and we will see more of the closeness as these episodes go on. Now we'll be back on to the Nor group, the black group, and they're rowdy and crazy, as I always say. So I'm expecting anything and everything from them. Them forming ways together is probably going to be the most chaotic one yet. But hey, I'm interested and ready to see how that is going to roll along. But if you guys enjoyed this video and this reaction, make sure you guys continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you turn your post notifications on so you know when I post another video. And I will see you guys in the next one. I love you, my sunshines. Bye.
Shine on me.